Your girl is feeling smoky as hell today. What's up, you guys? It's Cassidy. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I have a smoky eye makeup tutorial for you guys. Well, I actually did my eye makeup and my face makeup just because I've been in the tutorial kind of mood lately. I've been wanting to just sit down and do like a step-by-step, here's how to do your makeup type of video. So I figured I'd do my go-to smoky eye since this is the look that I always do if I have like a nighttime event or I just want to look a little bit more sexy, more grungy. This is the look that I go to and I love it so much. I hope you guys do too. It's just a pretty simple smoky eye, not too many steps, and yeah, I think it'll be pretty easy for you guys to follow along if you want to achieve this look. As always, before we get into this video, please don't forget to like this video down below, and if you have any other makeup tutorial, like only tutorial suggestions, comment that down below. And while you're down there commenting and liking, you might as well just hit the subscribe button as well. Join the Cassidy Secrets gang. You won't regret it. But other than that, let's just jump right into my go-to, very beloved smoky eye makeup tutorial. Someone told me that this cup is only for Moscow mules, but I think it's so cute that I just use it for my coffee. I lost my voice. I went away with some friends over the weekend, and I swear, like, we were partying so much and screaming that I lost my voice. My voice is super raspy now. But let's get into this tutorial. I've just been in a very tutorial kind of mood lately. Like, I've just wanted to sit down and play with my makeup and do more of like step-by-step kind of videos. So that's what I'm doing today, just because that's my mood. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it because we all know these tutorials take forever. I'm gonna just moisturize my lips with the CoverGirl Vitalist Elixir Lip Oil. I love this stuff. It's so moisturizing for my lips. And I just like to use this to like prep my lips while I'm doing the rest of my face. I usually always do this step off of camera just because I like to save time, but I've been wanting to show you guys how this CoverGirl eyebrow pencil works. This is the Refine and Define eyebrow pencil. I believe that's what it's called. It's amazing. It's only like $7, and seriously, it's the exact same as like Benefit or Anastasia brow stuff. So it's so good. I love it. I always start at the tail end of my brows and just extend it a little bit. Kind of like define that bottom line right there. And then once I have the tail done, I start at the bottom of the front to make that front part look a little bit more full, and I just follow that through. Then I fill in the middle here. Then I just make little strokes like this to imitate like the appearance of actual hairs. And that's that. Super easy. Then I take the spoolie end and I just brush them out. Oh, and if I didn't mention it before, I am in the shade Soft Brown in this pencil. Brows done. Now I go ahead and prime my lids with Urban Decay's Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I really liked this for a long time and I found my way back to it. Oh my god, also you guys, I totally forgot to mention that I got eyelash extensions for the first time ever. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd know already because I spoke about this in my Instagram stories, and I honestly am so obsessed with them. Like, I now feel like I almost barely have to wear makeup just because my lashes look so pretty. But to be honest, this is my first time putting on like a full face of makeup and eyeshadow with these, so we'll see how they hold up, but so far I really love them so much. So now we can get into the eyeshadow. I know I mentioned a few times that now that my hair is blonde, for some reason I've really been loving cool toned eyeshadow on my eyes. I just feel like it looks more edgy. I have 3 palettes here that I have been kind of like playing around with. The first one is by Pure Cosmetics, and this is the collab that they did with Etienne Ortega. He's a celebrity makeup artist and he's freaking amazing. This palette literally like has every color you would ever need along with some pops of color. I've also been using the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Again, a bunch of really good neutrals, some cool tones, some warm tones, really nice. And lastly, I have been using the Sleek When the Sun Goes Down palette. Super affordable, really great quality eyeshadows. So I'm going to be dabbling between these 3 palettes, but I'll tell you guys which one I'm using and which color I'm using once I switch off. I seriously can't deal with my voice right now. Like, it's such a strain to be like, this is what I'm using. but we're gonna go through this together. So I'm starting out with the Tartelette In Bloom palette. I'm first picking up the shade Jet Setter on a Sigma E40 brush. I'm just putting that right into the transition. Just carrying that all throughout my crease. And you can see this transition shade isn't too warm. It's like a neutral brown. Now I'm taking the Etienne Ortega by Pure Cosmetics palette, and I'm picking up this shade right here called Lola. It's a beautiful sort of grayish brown color, so this is definitely more on the cool side. And I'm just going to throw that in the crease as well. You can see it's going to make things much darker, and it is super pigmented, so it'll blend into everything really nicely. Now this color in the pan looks really light, but once it's on your eye, if you are such a pale skin tone like I am, it's gonna definitely show up a lot more darker on your actual eyelid. I'm also making sure that that color is right on the outer corner of my eye. Now we can move along with the lid color. I usually like to use either a grayish smoky color or a olive tone smoky color, just because for my smoky eye makeup, I love those tones. Going in with the When the Sun Goes Down palette, I'm using this color right here. On camera, it definitely looks like a more golden tone, but in person, it's more of that olive green tone. So I just go ahead and put that all over my lid. I love this eyeshadow so much. And now to really deepen things up, I'm going back in with the Tartelette In Bloom palette, and I am taking this color right here. This is called Activist, and I'm picking that up on a shading brush by Real Techniques. It's just the perfect brush to add a little bit of color on my outer corner or on my crease, and I can just pack the color wherever I want. So I'm gonna keep it right here on the outer corner and drag it slightly up into the crease, not all the way through, but just like halfway right about there. I'm just packing that color right in there. And with whatever's left on the brush, I'm gonna like drag it a little bit right into that crease, very lightly though. And of course, same thing on the other eye. And lastly, I go in to highlight my brow bone. I want to keep things not too dramatic, so I'm going to use this matte shade right here. This is called Charmer in that same Tarte palette. And then I just brush that right underneath my brow, just for a bit of a subtle highlight. So I'm just going to finish off the face makeup, and then of course, like I always do, I'll come back to the eyes. I'm priming my skin with the Origins Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. You guys know how much I love this already. It always makes my makeup just look so flawless and beautiful for some reason. I don't know what they put in here, but I love it. I've reverted back to my trusty old foundations, the Loreal Infallible Pro Glow and the Infallible Pro Matte, mixing an equal amount and just putting that all over my skin. Also, as you guys can notice, I don't know what's been up with my skin lately, but she's coming for me. My skin is like out of control. I've been having breakouts like crazy. I don't know if they're just hormonal or if I've been picking at my face too much, but girl, it's been rough out here on these streets. I'm just blending that in with my beauty sponge. I can't tell if this foundation matches my skin or if it's too pale for me, because I'm so used to using foundations that are more tan than I am. Like, I usually give myself a little tan, but today I used a lighter color, and to me it looks pale, but to you guys it just might look like it matches my skin normally. I'm feeling ghost AF right now. It's okay, I'll just use extra bronzer as I do. And to stick with that oldie, good old trusty products, I am using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I freaking love this concealer so much, but I did rip the little cushion off of top. So what I do is I just twist it up, it comes out of that top there, and then I just take it on a brush and put it on my face. Put it in that triangle motion right underneath my eyes. And I actually like doing it this way because it does give me more control of where I can put the concealer. I just kind of like painting it onto my face. And it also helps me save product because a lot of this product gets caught up in that sponge, and that was kind of bothering me. And then once that's painted on, I just go ahead and blend it out with my sponge. Alright, concealer blended out. I'm now going to set a little bit underneath my eyes, and I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I've kind of been realizing that my under eyes don't need as much baking as I've been doing. So I just picked some up on my beauty blender, and I'm putting it in a smaller area, just like directly under my eye, instead of like going all around like I would usually do. Just keeping it right under there, really to just stop the creasing, not so much to do like a full-on baking. Then to set the rest of my face, I of course used my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder that I love so freaking much, and I'm just gonna push that into my skin all over while I also brush whatever excess powder there is underneath my eyes. Now bronzing up and contouring using the BH Cosmetics Satin Bronzer in Totally Tan. I feel so funny every time I say that just because I literally use it in every video. Now I'm just bringing back that color to my face that I did not have before. I'm also going to go in with a EcoTools large shadow brush, and I'm going to use that to just contour slightly on the sides of my nose. I use a really light hand with this because I do not want two brown lines down the sides of my nose. So I'm going to make sure that's very light-handed and very blended out as best as possible. Using Flower Beauty Peach Primrose to blush up my cheeks. And my highlight is Maybelline Master Chrome Highlight in Molten Gold. I have been really, really loving this highlight. It's super pretty. It gives a very wet look without me having to like try too hard to pile it on. So now that my face makeup is done, I'm going to finish off my eyes. Of course, that's just the way my brain works. Like, that's the way makeup works in my brain. I do half of the eyes, the rest of the face, and then finish the eyes off. I don't know. Do you guys do your makeup this way? Because I feel like it's a whole controversy now. So I'm taking the shade Jet Setter that I originally put in my crease as my transition color, and I'm just brushing that right under on my lash line. I used a EcoTools Accent Shadow Brush for that color, and now for the darker shade, I'm using a liner smudge brush by EcoTools, and I'm picking up Activist, which is the darkest shade that I put in my crease. Now I'm going to run that under here as well, just to darken things up. And now, in my opinion, there's no smoky eye without a good black liner on your waterline. And this one is by Pretty Vulgar. It's in the shade Confidential, but it's just a black liner. I love these liners. They are the smoothest, most creamy liners, and they don't smudge once they set. I love them so much. So I'm just putting that on my waterline. Like, this black is intense. And it goes on so creamy. Just to make sure that everything is nice and blended under there, I'm going to go ahead and just brush together the eyeliner with the eyeshadows, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to hit my bottom lashes with some mascara, Maybelline Total Temptation. Oh my god. I'm obsessed with this eye look. Like, I feel so grungy and cool with it on. So the last thing that I'm going to do is my lips, obviously, and I am obsessed with these Pixi liquid lipsticks. I did a swatch video, as you guys know. I just love them so much. And I'm using the shade Matte Beige today. And you guys, this is the final look, my go-to smoky eye. I hope you guys enjoy this look. I am freaking obsessed with it. Alright guys, so that is completely it for this tutorial. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you know how much it means to me from the very bottom of my smoky little heart. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.